Hello everyone, this is Retta. I want to talk on the subject of, I guess, Trump, the UN speech and everything, the whole Korea thing. And I am going to try, because I think people are doing things separately, and the way when I put up my video of weather wars, I mean the weather modification, I had to put weather modification because I couldn't put weather wars because YouTube, even though I'm a small channel, they mess with me a lot. And I would have got email from them, and like I did on my Florida shoot and stuff like that. So yes, people don't realize they're thinking of war as in missiles, and Trump is talking about missiles and annihilating Korea, this and that. That's not what's going on. We have been already attacked. I don't know if you guys understand that. There is weather wars going on. Remember, the global elite don't have, these global elite, they don't have a national identity. They look at themselves as beyond that. They're not, even if they were born in America or England or China or Saudi Arabia, they're beyond that. They feel like they're more than that. So they do use other countries to get their agenda across. They do use other countries to do strikes. Those testing of weapons that Korea was doing, that was part of the weather war. That was part of the weather war. That was the start of a strike against us here and our allies and some of our islands and stuff. Puerto Rico, which is getting hit hard too right now. I think there's another one. Remember I said that these globals weren't done, that there was more coming. Even though Puerto Rico isn't necessarily a state in the United States. No, it's like a property of the United States. It's like is it not a commonwealth? I can't think right now what it is, but basically, you know, Puerto Rico doesn't need a passport to come into our country, and we don't need one to go into their country. So also we have a lot of bases. We have a lot of military in Puerto Rico. The first strike was hitting us already with the whole Texas. And you got to think of these globalists, these elite, they don't give a crap about any of us. They don't care about country ties or anything. It's about pushing their agenda. And they will use whatever country that they can. This time they've happened to use Korea. They happen to use different countries to do their bidding. Do you think those missiles that Korea was throwing in the water just went in the water and that was done? No, no, no. That was part of the scene. That was part of the starting of the weather wars. That was part of the ingredients to start all this chaos that's going on with the earthquakes and all this. Yes, these globalists are sick. They've seeded all these things. Yes, some of the things are naturally occurring because Mother Nature, you know, when her system is all in chaos. You got, you know, she got her own, you know, growing pains going on with people messing with, you know, the natural order of things. So things are chaos. So yes, there might be some natural occurrences happen at the same time. But trust and believe that these weather strikes are an act of war. We don't want to think of that, but they are an act of war. So if you looked at the video of Trump talking, he was talking about fascism. I think it was fascism. he was talking about, and when he paused in his statement, he looked at some people. We couldn't see it, but he was talking about how it doesn't work. It doesn't work. You know, wasn't communist. What the heck was he talking? He was talking about, I don't even think it was fascism. What the heck? It was talking about how a socialist. There we go. God dang, my brain is. So he was talking about socialism, and he really stopped and made a point of socialism. The globalists want socialism. They don't want a free society. They want the government, or them, the people, to take care of us. So they have more control. Who lives, who dies, who gets medicine, who doesn't, you know, who gets the best care, because they're globalists, they're rich. None of this really affects them. And as us, as the people, because it's a socialist society, we will never be able to achieve more than what they allow us to achieve. But if you don't think that these weather wars, that this weather isn't an act of war, then you're still asleep. And I think Trump was threatening his enemies. And he not only, I don't even think Korea, Iran, and them wasn't really the thought process. It was the people behind them. He was threatening those people. He used the names of Korea and stuff like that. Yeah, he was threatening Kim, calling him Rocket Man, which I think is hilarious. But he's just like, you know, he's telling them, I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. And you keep it up, and we're going to blow you off. Do I believe in mass deaths? No. Like I said, this is a game on a 3D scale. We're just looking at it at one aspect. Let's see, Trump, Korea. I'm trying to understand, because I know Trump was going about things. We are getting attacked on many aspects. Not only are these globalists having a field day at the crap that's going on at home by divide and conquering at home and causing complete chaos. They're causing the war. I mean, these weather wars. It's like a whole bunch of stuff is going on at the same time. So I want to see Trump's thought process right now. This is probably going to be a long video, and I don't think I'm going to put this up on YouTube. This is just my thoughts. I think we are in war. I know we've been in but this is not a war like the other wars. This is a war against the American people that are fighting against globalism and that are not trying to take this in a socialist globalist agenda. This is their way of fighting against, you know, Trump not being controlled. Even though they're trying their hardest, they're alienating him. Okay. Okay. So if you look at this, there's a toll. I'm trying to get it close. So this is what's going on, like, in his head. So there's a toll. There's a toll going on. You know, there's a toll going on. There's plans in place. People are focused on materialistic things, on minerals, stuff like that. They're focused on, it feels like Trump feels like he's on this boat, on this journey by himself. He is personalizing everything. He is feeling like this is not only an attack on the American people, but on him in general. He feels like this is all about, like, that these people that are around are all about resources. That's what I wanted to say. Resources. I couldn't think of it. Like the resources of the planet. The natural resources. Like diamonds, you know, oil, stuff like that. And it's like it's hard for him to focus, you know, to keep going because things keep getting thrown at him. Things keep getting thrown at him. And on top of that, he has to deal with all this sea of emotions. All this sea of emotions of everybody. And it's so much confusion going on. He's also feeling like he's also feeling like he is being kind of dragged. He's being pulled down. His movements, they're trying to stop his movements. They're trying to contain him. They're trying to contain him. You know, there is some panic. There's some panic. I think he's trying to stop himself from drowning. Not only himself, probably a lot of people from drowning. That's just a metaphor. It's like they're trying to pull him under, and he's trying to stay afloat. He's trying to stay afloat. But there's many arms of the tentacles. There's so many tentacles, so many different arms. I don't think he realized how deep and weaving and things were when he decided to come in office. And there's so many obstacles. There's so many obstacles that have been put in place. There's so many obstacles that have been put in place. So many obstacles that they're putting in place to cause confusion, to cause, you know, no movement, to cause chaos, to cause, you know. Also, look at this. This kind of reminds me of the weather, that, you know, the roaring seas, the trees getting bent, that the ships and stuff are getting thrown to shore. I'm thinking the obstacles, these weather wars is an obstacle. This is like another distraction. This is like something else to pull him over. We are already at war. I don't think people realize it. They're thinking that, okay, so I want to see, remember this month is better for Trump, but what was his thoughts in regards to Korea? His thoughts is he's trying to keep his emotions in check. He's trying to keep his emotions in check. He's trying to be reliable, dependable. He's trying to be strong. He's trying to show an air of strength. An air of strength in a sea of unease. In a sea of confusion, in a sea of chaos. He's trying to remain stable. He's trying to remain stable. And he's trying to keep both feet firmly on the ground. He's trying to keep both feet firmly on the ground amongst all this chaos and people's emotions and things being thrown at him. He's trying to keep that. There's the Devil card. Hold on. So, the Devil card is the Cross to Bear. So, I'm thinking that this is the Cross to Bear is all these things that are coming at us. or at him, or at us, at a country. I'm telling you, we're already in a war. This is what this is telling me. This is telling me that we're already, the cross to bear, and all this is all this stuff that's coming at him. Is coming at him. It's more than what we are even figuring on. It's more than what we are figuring on. He is a threat to the establishment. He is a threat to the establishment. They're going to keep doing this. They're going to keep doing this. This is just it's going to keep coming. They're not going to stop. They're not going to stop. His thoughts are... His thoughts is of his wife and his daughter, and he's really stressed out. I think he's thinking, why did I do this to myself? Why did I do this to myself? I think he's thinking of his daughter and his wife. His daughter and his wife, and he's thinking of, why did I do this to myself? Why did I do this to myself? Because I do think that Trump likes to be liked, but I think that he's in such an opposition to the globalists that they are going to do by any means necessary to bring him down. So the cross to bear is him trying to be strong. What is this cross to bear with this devil? Give me some information on that. Is that, you know, the cross to bear to the devil is that they are going to do whatever means to become victorious. They are going to do whatever they have to do to become victorious. They will do whatever they have to do to become victorious. To become victorious. Because they feel entitled to it. They feel entitled to this victory, to this hard work, this planning, this energy that they've put out. That's the foundation. They feel entitled, that they deserve this victory. Are we at war? Yes, we are. We are at war. This is telling me we're at war. And it came fast. We're at war. We're at war. They are at a war to affect us on, they are trying to hit us on an emotional level. So this weather war is to hit us at the core of who we are, at an emotional level. They are trying to hit us. So they can't just, you know, attack us on like a bomb or anything like that, because that will bring, they are trying to attack us as the heart of who we are as people, as humanity. They are attacking that. They are attacking our morals, our who we are as a people, our emotions. So not only are, and they're doing that with the chaos they're causing in the streets. They're doing that with these weather wars, because how can you fight an enemy that you can't see? You can't fight Mother Nature, you know. You can't fight Mother Nature. And if you remember that newscast, they said that they'll never be the same. This is now a mark for the New World Order. The newscaster was talking about they'll never go home again. This is a new mark for the New World Order. I'm paraphrasing, but that's basically what that lady... And they're hitting fast. They're hitting fast. They're hitting fast. So that there is no chance to regroup. They're hitting fast to keep us. They're hitting fast to keep us in this fight or flight. Fight or flight. I'm sorry to say, people, we are at war. We are at war. There is more to come. There is more to come. There is more to come. These people are there. What they want is not going to be distracted. They have more on the horizons, more planes, more plans, and they're waiting for it. They're waiting for it. They're waiting for it. What advice can you give us? The advice that they gave us, the card is saying that we need to come together. We need to come together in love, friendship. We need to come together regardless regardless of our race, color, creed. We need to come together. Humanity needs to come together. We are at war. We're at war for our humanity, basically. Our humanity, our emotions. They're going to keep coming at us. They're going to keep coming at us. This is so way beyond Trump. This is so way beyond Trump. They are focusing this stuff on Trump. But Trump really has nothing to do with it. He's fighting back the best way he can. Remember I said this month that he was going to be on the offense. That's him being on the offense, saying, Korea, I know what you're doing. You're working with these globalists. You keep putting those bombs in the ocean. Keep helping them see these weather wars. You know, because those bombs in the ocean, they helped spark this stuff. He's telling them. I don't know what Iran is doing, but Iran is doing something too. The globalists will use whoever. It's not even about countries right now. It's not even about countries right now. It's about the people that are waking up. Because all over the world, people are waking up to this whole globalist agenda. So they're attacking us at the heart and soul of who we are. And why North America is being attacked. Because we forget sometimes that North America is not only the United States. North America has Canada and it has Mexico. And even though things aren't as gravy between Mexico and the United States right now, but that's still part of North America. And so that makes them fair game too. And Mexico is so close to the United States, to California, to Texas, you know, stuff like that. So they're getting some fallout from the attack on us too. So this is part one. I'm going to go into some other things. I don't know if this made sense, but this is so beyond Trump. This is so beyond Trump. I remember saying that Trump is going to be more on the offense. I think that's what it was. He wasn't necessarily just talking to those specific countries. He was talking to the globalists. He was talking to the socialists, where he said, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And some of the people, if you looked at Tillerson and who is that lady? I did a reading on her face. They were in pure afraid panic because Trump has just openly declared war back to these globalists. So it looks like there's more to come. They are going to still keep hitting us on an emotional level. What's the next to come? They're going to still hit us on many different fronts emotionally. They may give us a break. After this stuff is hitting for a little while, they may give us a small break. They may give us a small break. Then they're going to affect us financially. They're going to affect us financially. Is there a woman that's in charge of the Federal Reserve or of like the money system, the Federal Reserve? Who is in charge of the Federal Reserve? They're going to attack us financially. They're going to attack our families financially. That's the next attack. The next attack is them going to attack us financially. All right. Bye.